the Sloan Museum of Discovery. They told me I can come in and film. I think they got a few concept cars in here. I was supposed to meet a lady, and she was gonna let me in and let me interview her, but I forgot the number at home, guys. All right. Oh, look at that. Letter box. That's nice. Wow. Wow, look at that. Look at this. Long distance road trip.
There's the car museum behind us, probably.
Just a few cars in here, I heard. This is all American history, guys. That's why I wanted to come here, because this is where it all started, guys. Buick, look at that. Got different upholstery in there. Red, that's really nice. The back seat. Wow. Last car, this car. See, they be donating a lot of these cars, so look like the last time this car ran was in maybe 95. So somebody probably donated. Yes, sir.
Guess what
I want to see.
I just saw something amazing in there.
Yeah, they used to have to build tanks when the war ended.
No, but look, come see. What's in there? Oh yeah.
Yeah, back in the from 42 to 46, he said they didn't make no cars, and they started building tanks for the war. Look at that. Yeah, look at that, guys. So I'm just here in Flint, man. I just wanted to get some history on, you know, look at that. They had to switch over and start making war stuff in 42. Buick is at the battle station. Yeah, machine gun down there. Yes, sir. Look at that.
I bet it sounds like this. That's the bullet behind you.
I see. I'm gonna work my way over. It's a machine gun on top up there too.
Oh, look at that.
See it?
Yeah, but they came up like. Oh, look
Must
at
been the
engine.
motors in the bad boys.
Huge.
Wow.
Look at those bullets.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. $12, $10 different sizes. That is just nice. The greatest mother in the world, St. Mary. Wow. This is Detroit history, guys. Flint, Michigan. All right.
That's them working on it. The U.S. Army.
My dad was in the Army.
World War II. I was born in
think all deaf babies deserve to learn American Sign Language. They deserve to have a family who knows their language and accept them for who they are. That is the biggest thing.
How logging wheels
They don't
work.
learn sign language in the first 5 years of their
Wow.
life.
Look
They're
at
delayed
that.
in their language forever. You know,
Put it with the.
that 0 to 5 is the most important time
Wow.
for language acquisition and development. So I encourage people, if you
The
have
wall.
a deaf baby, learn sign language and sign with your child.
Look at that. Wow.
Look at the wheels.
So these are the different.
Water roll cart, 1885. The cold water roll cart put Flint on the map as a center of carriage manufacturing. It is renamed the Flint Roll Cart in 1885. Flint Wagon Works, Slade, 1903. Made at Flint Wagon Works, it was given to Calvin Stoll as a gift to celebrate the birth of his daughter, Beatrice, on November 30th, 1902.
Saginaw Street, 1898. All right.
Blue Ribbon Survey, C, 1907. The Blue Ribbon Survey was built at Durant's Dort's factory on Water Street at Flint. The building is now called Factory One. Kersley Street, 1894. Looking east on Kersley Street, 1894 during the 1890s, Flint population would increase from 9,803 to 13,103.
Wow. That's beautiful too.
It's very
Look
beautiful.
at
It's
that.
black. 31 Buick at noon. Hamilton Avenue, 1910. Buick workers leaving for lunch in 1910. The Weston mop plant is in the background, which made cars axles. Reconstruction model B, 1904. Can you imagine driving the muddy roads of 1904 in a car like this?
Hold on. All right, go ahead.
The 1904
Hold on,
Buick.
let's look. Hold on. Hello?
Hi, is this Rob?
Yeah, this is Rob. How you doing, Ann?
Good.
Walter Mart and Thomas Buick, son of Buick Motor Company founder David Buick, on their trip in the early Buick 1904.
Wow. And then this one here. Wow, look at this. Patterson.
Saginaw on First Street, 1919 to 1921. Note the electric streetcar in the center of Saginaw Street and the car speeding through the intersection.
What is this? The world what?
A large wooden spoke wheels. Wide wooden spoke wheels were standard in carriages for a time. This feature carried over to cars.
Wow, that's nice. Wow, look at this, guys. Wow. Uh, 3,006 foot long. This was the assembly plant. All right, so how you doing today?
Good.
All right, so I met you here today, and I'm down here trying to film the history of Buick and GM. So, you know, you got a few cars here that you have on display, and I just wanted to know, like, what are you doing here? The history of GM, right? Okay.
This is the history of General Motors, but more specifically, it's the history of Flint and Jefferson County.
Okay.
Because they are the birthplace of General Motors.
Okay.
So this is one of the 5 galleries at the Sloan Museum of Discovery in Flint. It's this gallery is 11,000 square feet. The whole museum is 107,000 square feet. So we don't say that this is a car museum.
Exactly, right.
What we say is that we're telling the history of automotive engineering and Flint's ingenuity, and then the birthplace of General Motors and automotive engineering through our cars.
Right.
So each one of these cars represents a change in design or a new direction that General Motors went. So some of them aren't the most beautiful cars, but for example, the Chevette,
Right.
which came during the oil embargo.
Look at that. Wow.
And it represented a time in history where General Motors shifted engineering to meet the demands of increasing oil prices.
Oh, really? Okay. And what year was that now?
That was a 1976 Chevette.
76.
Yeah,
Wow.
76 when Carter was in, and there was the oil embargo. So
Right.
each one of these cars kind of has its own story and history.
Okay.
That represents a shift in General Motors' vision.
All
So
right.
I'm going to say, like, for example, this Buick Centurion it's a 1956 concept car. It was never in production, but it was built with a backup camera.
Really?
So if you see in the back, there's a little camera lens still on the car, and in the front, there's a little viewer, just like we have today.
On here?
It was a little too out there in 1956, so it never went into production. And also the bubble top, as you can see, is a little impractical, but beautiful.
Yeah,
So they were
concept
showing
car.
off their engineering and ingenuity in 1956 after the war, when people were kind of enthralled with fast things, fast cars and jets. So a lot of those automobiles in that area
Kind of
have those tail fins to kind of represent
yeah.
the jets, and that became
Backup
very
camera.
popular during World War II.
Wow. Look at that. That's nice. Wow. Look at the interior just in
It's a
here.
beautiful car.
Wow. And how many of these did they make, or do you know?
I think that this one is the only one.
The only one.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
From what I understand, now this could be urban legend, but from what I understand, this actually was in General Motors' corporate headquarters in Detroit,
Oh, really?
in their lobby. And when they moved to where they're at now in downtown Detroit, somebody got a hold of this car. So it's the only one. And in a lot of cases, most of these cars here are not concept cars. They were actually put into production, but this one is not.
Okay.
It was more to show off the engineering skills and design.
Wow. Centurion. It's just different there. Look at that. Wow. Okay, so, well, I appreciate you taking out the time. So if anybody's down this area, can you give them the name and address here?
Yeah, so this is part of the Sloan Museum of Discovery. If you like history and you like cars, this is a fun place to go, but it's also got something for everyone here.
Yeah, 'cause we're gonna tour.
Hands-on science gallery inside the museum, which is part of the admission. There's early childhood gallery for 0 to 6 for kids to learn and have fun. It's like a
Right.
little kid-sized town. And then there's the history gallery, and then we have traveling exhibits. Right now, it's a science-based exhibit called Real Bodies, which is an international exhibit. first time in mid-Michigan, so
Okay. Well, hey, I appreciate you coming down, taking out the time.
thank you.
And I'm going to put this on. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. All right.
25 tours, and yeah, they were trying to respond to bigger engines, faster cars at this time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a lot of history here. Just a lot of history.
Taking all of like the little companies, and he had the idea of, you know, they used to have to outsource all of the parts, right? They'd have to go somewhere for the leather seats, and for the wheel trims, and for the mirrors, and it was Billy Durant who took all of, had the idea of like, let's just own all of our own parts companies. And so it became cheaper and more efficient.
Yes, it did.
So
To have it right there.
to have it right here.
Here.
So Billy Durant is credited with the concept of General Motors by bringing everything all under one roof, like Cadillacs and the Buicks and the Chevrolets and all the
Oldsmobile.
parts
Right.
companies. And so this is sponsored by General Motors. It is called the Durant Gallery as a nod to Billy Durant, who founded General Motors.
Okay. All right. All right. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank
All right.
you.
And then when we back, we'll get in touch with you, hopefully.
Yeah.
When we come back.
Yeah, I gave him some information on, there's an actual car here.
Yeah. So yeah, she came, and there's a little history here, guys, but I'm almost out of battery. But everybody's been nice here. Wow, look at that. So I'm moving fast, guys. I'm moving fast. Because I've been filming so much, and these batteries take about 3 hours to charge a piece. Wow, look at that. Quit running, Easton. Wow, look at that Wildcat, guys. Wildcat 2. Look at that. It's a Wildcat, guys. Look at that. Wow. Yes, sir. That's what she talking about, the little Vega, when they was trying to cut back on gas. Wow, look at that. Chevrolet.
This looks like original seating.
It says Chevrolet, but I thought this would have been a Corvette. Don't have Corvette on here, but I'm quite sure. Wow, that's nice though. All right, yeah, it is. No, it's got Chevrolet. It don't even have Corvette on here, guys. Nowhere.
Right here. This is Corvette.
Where you see Corvette?
Right there.
It says Chevrolet.
Oh,
Chevrolet. Not Corvette.
Corvette.